Mm. Hey, babe. What y'all doing? Happy what? Friday? Is it? Oh, girl, no. It's Thursday, child. We had the Ooh Ladies First podcast last night over on Niecy Dixon's channel. We had to have it early this week, so some of you guys may not have known. We did post about it. However, make sure you guys go over there and check it out. Um, so my days are, but you know what? It's not even the fact that my days are off because of the panel. It's also the fact that we had daylight savings time on Sunday. So I'm feeling, all week I've been feeling like it's much later in the week than what it really is. Okay. So, child, it's just been off. All right. But we're going to get it together, period. All right. Make sure you guys are liking up this video, honey, subscribing to the channel because we are here to talk about what? Belle Collective. We got to get into some things. All right. The episode is picking up kind of where we left off with Glen and Leticia getting into it. Pretty much the man that said that he was going to protect his wife from being jumped, then jumped up and left the damn house. Okay. Pretty much in my personal, the man that knows his worth done sat up here and abandoned his wife because she no longer wants to have sex in the marriage because it can cloud things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Glen, a damn mess. And we're going to tag into you just a little bit. But listen, I'm not on nobody's side. Like, they confuse me so much. Like, I will never be on Glen's side. Like, I rarely see that. But I can understand where Leticia is coming from in situations, but they both look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And can I say, I feel like Glen really used this moment in my personal to leave the home. Y'all know where I'm going with this. I feel like Glen, like a man that may be out there cheating and got him somebody else, use this quote unquote difference of opinion, perspective, whatever, made it a bigger issue and an excuse for him to leave the home so that he can go and be with the person he really trying to be with. Can't be the only one that thought that. I said, girl, this is typical nigga shit. And I told y'all, I think in the last video that, well, not typical niggas, because all niggas not like that. But like I talked about this in a previous video. And I was telling y'all that Glen kind of reminded me a little bit of my ex. And I feel like when we would have like disagreements like that, he would finesse and do some shit like that too. That's where my perspective is coming from with the situation, where I feel like Glen is trying to, leave the house because he finna go do some other shit. And he trying to make her feel like the problem, make her sit there with her emotions and shit. Like, what I did wrong, maybe I shouldn't do that. Da, 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 da. While he go over here and get in some head from somebody that's gonna give it to him. And also, I feel like him going over there, get him a little piece of head, if that did happen, I think some men be thinking that that's not cheating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I just got a little head. Like, he just give me that type of vibe. But either way, child, that's what's going on. All right. Also, I want to say that Leticia's reaction to him was like, I don't know. It was weird. Like, I just felt like her acting was bad. It was like she was acting like she cared, but didn't care. Like, I don't know. I was confused. Like, her reaction was just bad. And I just feel like they give Kirk and Rashida on one hand, where I feel like they just creating drama, honestly, to have some shit for the show. And maybe that's the reason that Glen got so extra and got up and went to the car and drove off. Maybe they were creating whatever narrative, for the show to make us believe it, even though I don't. But then also at the same time, it was giving the vibes of, I'm finna leave this house, make you feel away so that I can go and fuck on the person that's gonna give me what I want. The person is not celibate. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all know y'all gonna do that anyway, honey, because that's just how y'all is. All right? Before we get into Leticia, though, I want to go ahead and let y'all know right out the gate, y'all. Go ahead and let y'all know the Ooh Ladies First podcast. We will be doing our first live show. Okay, y'all have asked for this for about 5 years now. Okay, since the very beginning, you guys have been asking for an in-person show, and you will be getting it on May 2nd here in Atlanta, Georgia. All right, I do want to make a quick note for the people that are planning to get your tickets, and you were going to get your tickets on Eventbrite. There has been a quick switch up. We are over there on Ticket Taylor. Okay, you can now purchase your tickets on Ticket Taylor. If you have purchased your tickets, okay, and quite a few of you guys have over on Eventbrite, you are good. You do not have to do anything. We have your tickets, all right? But we do have, for everyone else looking to purchase tickets, you can go over to tickettaylor.com to get those tickets. In addition, please make a note. Early bird tickets, it will be ending. That early bird sale will be ending on next Thursday. Okay? On next Thursday. So go ahead now and go and get your tickets. Period. All right. I know it's a few of y'all. All right. That went looking around a little piece. Okay. But in case you contemplating or whatnot, girl, just know that discount ends next Thursday. All right. VIP tickets are on sale. And I have to shout out the people that have been purchasing the VIP tickets. Shout out to y'all because y'all is not playing and we do appreciate it. And I'm super excited to meet you guys. I cannot wait to put faces to names and everything. All right. So, yeah. Shout out to the Ooh Ladies First podcast. Make sure you guys go and you get your tickets. All right. Let us get back into Miss Leticia. Because I feel like Leticia, if you making all of these moves to kind of like step back from your husband to at some point completely step back in case you need to, some part of me feel like stop telling him so damn much. And that's the other thing that's just like, I feel like this episode, Leticia, you're showing like you're a contradiction. You're a walking contradiction a little bit. Something's not adding up. And please let me know. And y'all may not feel that way, and it's okay because we don't always agree, but we love, right? It's giving Kirk and Rashida vibes to me. And the only reason why I say that is because people used to say that with Kirk and Rashida, with that child canon, it wasn't real. It wasn't for the show or anything. But come to find out, I believe that really is a child and that was real. You know what I'm saying? And people were saying that they just coming up with some drama for the show. So maybe it's not a Kirk and Rashida thing, being that canon story ended up being like a real story, like that really is Kirk's child. It's still given that you guys are playing or at least playing up this drama for television is kind of the vibes. I don't really see you leaving him for real, or going anywhere. And not that she is, I guess, because she kind of said that when she was in the car talking to Marie, but it's more so just in case. And I'm like, no, I really feel like she is though. I think what makes Leticia stay in this marriage with Glen is the history and knowing that they have a child together. And whatever the Southern mentality is that puts you in a chokehold when it comes to, marriage, right? And having a 2-parent household or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, girl. I don't think you want to be there no more, but good luck. So, either way, let's keep going. Carrie gets a new hairdo, all right? And then she had the nerve, because I didn't really care about the hairdo for real, and all these different hair switch ups that Carrie has to do, child. Whatever you want to do, girl, it's your head, okay? But what was killing me was the fact that she said she needed to get a new do after what all took place at Selena's party. It's like, girl, that shit ain't have nothing to do with you. You better be glad that Marie didn't snatch a nub off in that wig that you had on, girl. Okay? Anyway, she was over there talking to her husband about what all took place before he got outside. And of course, they talk about whether Glen was in the right, Glen was in the wrong. I don't really feel like Glen was in the wrong with that, okay? I mean, Leticia was out there by herself in a sense. Like, yeah, she had Marie, she had her other friend or whatever. Marie did try to stop Latrice from getting at her once at one point. But all in all, I mean, your husband should go out there and like protect you. I feel like there's this line of men should stay out of women's business. I get that. But when things are about to get physical potentially, I feel like they do need to step in a little piece. Okay. So I didn't think anything was wrong with that. It seemed like Carrie's husband may have had a slight issue with how Glen handled himself, because I think her husband may feel like when Glen came out there, he may have agitated the situation a bit more. Right. And he could be right, based on what he actually saw in comparison to what we saw, as the viewers. So I don't know, but I didn't really think much was wrong with what he did when he stepped out there. He wants to get Glen and Cliff together for a conversation. And in the meantime, while Carrie was sitting up there like, here you go. Okay, here you go. I said, girl, the way your ass was standing up there trying to be a damn mediator between the ladies, and Marie told you to get the hell back. Girl, stop. You want to do the same thing. And as I'm thinking this thought, Carrie turns and says, you know what? You inspiring me. I think I'm going to get the ladies together for some therapy. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm glad you're being real with yourself. But before she does the Carrie piece, she does pull Selena, Tamra, and Marie to the side, or more so, out for lunch or whatever. And they talk about Latrice and Leticia, of course. And Carrie says that it seems like the group is being split down the middle, and she feel like she got to pick a side or something. I'm like, you don't have to. And it's weird that you the only, like, first of all, your side was already chosen. It ain't like you and Latrice really have that type of friendship. I feel like Latrice is still in her phase of getting to know you. At least that's how it seems to me. So it seems like the side may have already been picked, and you're new here. So for you to feel like you got to pick a side, something about that was just like, girl, what you talking about? Girl, what is you talking about? Okay. But that's what she said. Yeah. Either way, moving on. Carrie decides that she's gonna do this Carrie event. She tells the ladies about it. Selena gonna ask her what makes her think that she qualified to do it. I'm like, bitch, what made any of y'all qualified to do it? Okay, y'all the ones that's been knowing these ladies the longest, and y'all couldn't even do it. So I mean, maybe I'm a nun, possibly, or maybe not. Okay, because you kind of already have a side, but I'm new to the situation. Maybe you need a fresh set of eyes or something to be able to talk to the girls. Like, none of y'all really qualified high key, but if she wants to, let the lady do it. Anywho, I agree with Marie's point. Marie's point as to why Carrie would want to host this made more sense than Selena's. Marie said, how you gonna try and bring these ladies together when you feel like you gotta pick a side that you likely done already damn picked? Marie was like, girl, you don't go sit your ass down. I was like, I'm with Marie. Like, that makes more sense, okay? And that's what somebody should have said. What makes you think you gonna be able to bring the people together if you feeling like you gotta pick a side, which you technically have already picked? You've always been on the side of Leticia. You've always been over there, okay? But all right, girl. So Leticia finally showing us some of her real work outside of Leticia Pearson Enterprises. Girl, what's going on with that? Do you still have a building? Are we gonna see you film over there? Did you decide to give it up? Okay. And if she did, I won't be surprised. I won't fault her for that. I be seeing a lot of people in commercial real estate giving up their offices because these landlords can be unreasonable and they hike up the prices to so much money. Now, why you would sit up there and spite yourself like that, I don't know, unless insurance or something went up on them, or their mortgage, or their, whatever they got to pay has gone up. Maybe it makes sense why they need the tenants to pay more money. But child, I would have loved to, because if I can make Leticia Pearson Enterprises mobile and with a website, why the fuck would I pay for a building? Paying for a building to impress who? But get you a little suite or something. You have to get that little, and it was a suite in a sense, but you know how you have those office spaces with multiple offices, right? That's what she had, versus getting a office and just buying a suite or renting out a suite within that one space that she has. That's what your ass should have did, Leticia Pearson. And it might be something that you over there trying to do. But if not, don't say I ain't never get yes nothing, okay? Leticia Pearson Enterprises, whatever. You should have created, you wanted a office studio suite place where people can rent out these offices, like a mini WeWork. Y'all remember WeWork? I don't know if WeWork is still around, but that's what you should have did. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and while you over here trying to develop you a TV show, why don't you just work on get you a location where people can book their podcast? Turn Leticia Enterprises, them little rooms that you got in there, flip them bitches into podcast rooms or something. That's what you do with a little piece of camera and all of that. Like, girl, but anyway, child, let me not get her no more ideas, girl. Good luck. Figure it out. So she says that she's a Belle's woman, a Belle's bonds woman. Okay. I'm adding that because I don't think I hear about Belle's bonds woman. I hear a Belle's bondsman, but I'm going to add that in there. Okay, whatever. They probably been using it. So, anywho, this is where I feel like the contradiction happens for me with Leticia, because you're running a business and you're doing Belle bonds or whatnot, dealing with money and stuff, and you want me to believe that you don't have your own bank account and that you share a bank account with your husband and that you're not as independent. You're trying to find your financial independency or whatever you said, girl. That makes no damn sense to me, but you around here doing women empowerment brunches. Somebody check her temperature. because it's not making sense. Either you a fraud now or you was a fraud then, but it's giving fraud. Like, what's going on? I'm not I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not even trying to be hard on her. I'm just really just calling to the front the things that's just not making damn sense when it comes to her. Okay? Don't make sense at all. Either way, yeah, and I'm thinking about her sitting on that couch talking about something she been doing research and she want to get her own accounts and this and that. And I'm like, bitch, you just not doing research? Something about it didn't seem right. Even if her mama didn't have good credit at some point, I would want to believe she got good credit or something. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. If her mama didn't have good credit, okay. If her mom, some of these mamas used to use their kids' name and get credit cards and all of that shit in the kids' names, but something about that just didn't seem right. That Leticia just now at 40-some years old. I'm so I think she 40. I don't know how old that lady is, but it's not making sense. Somebody lying. Somebody lying. You out here trying to empower women and you ain't even been empowered to get your own damn accounts and stuff. Or even have a secret account. Like it's not making. And then this point I should have known everybody was dense. When you said your mama was married 6 different times, but then also says my mama knew when to cut it out. My mama knew when to be done and let it go. No, she doesn't. I don't know who the fuck out there think that being married 6 different times means you know how to cut a nigga off. No, you not learning shit if you find yourself married 6 different times. You ain't learning nothing. You're not learning shit. Because you would have learned enough to not end up in the rest of the ones at least I'll give you 2. I will give you 2, girl. But the other 4, she would have knew to cut it off before she got married to them. Like, what is we talking about? That does not make you nor your mama look good. And then your mama up there throwing shade at Glen. And it's just like, girl, you should have been having these talks with your daughter. But either way, you know how the kids do. They're going to do what they want to do. Because why? That's just how they is, child. Anyway, child, because ain't much happening in this episode. The lady's getting ready to go down there to Carrie, right? And I'm like, Carrie, first of all, how far your ass stay there? Everybody got to drop their car off somewhere and then load up and then drive all the way to where you at. Like, how far are you? Okay. Anywho, did that. On the way there, Timber gets a call about her father having a stroke. I'm so sorry. I pray he's doing absolutely okay today. Hope things are going well. Timber ended up leaving as she should have, and I'm glad somebody was able to get her back. They at Carrie's house. Leticia says that she wants the collective to start over. Oh, okay. But once the therapist gets there, she says that she doesn't have the energy to give to Latrice, though. But you want the collective to start over. Girl, shut up. So Leticia says everyone was grateful in the beginning. Oh, that's what you want. You want people to pretty much be over here kissing your ass now. But you showed your card. Okay? I feel like Leticia has started acting how people feel like Mariah was acting over there on Married to Medicine, potentially. As to why they wanted her out, because they ain't like that Miss Girl had the big head and she was in charge. I mean, she did create the show. Okay? But I forgot, I guess the doctors were the only ones that could make somebody else feel less than. So they had to get her out. That's crazy when I think about Married to Medicine. So y'all got rid of Mariah because she acted snooty or whatever it was, act like she was in charge of the girls, only for y'all to go around and act like y'all in charge of the damn girls that aren't fucking doctors. Like, make it make sense. You bitches, anyway, y'all about the same. Either way, let's get back to Leticia. All right. So I felt like she just wanted somebody to cater. Everybody was grateful in the beginning and this and that. You want people to kiss your ass. So okay. Gotcha. But you also start running the mucks because you start feeling yourself too. But either way, so Leticia says that she doesn't want anybody around her that can't genuinely tell her she's looking at something from a different perspective. I'm like, what are you saying? Again, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. Because even when somebody tries to tell you what it is, you still want to see it from your point of view only. And that's where you get to blaming. And that's part of why you and Latrice is where y'all at today. You know what I'm saying? So go away. All right. You want people to be able to tell you something, but you're not as receptive to it. You kind of sound a little piece like quad to me. So Latrice says that she hears that she hears what Leticia and other people are saying. She said, well, when somebody keep doing shit to you like all the time, like I ain't got time for it. I ain't trying to fuck with her. It's just that simple. So Leticia says, but I don't think it's just one person that's just doing anything. It takes a whole collective to do something. Basically trying to say everybody has, played a role in something, right? And then she says that, I feel like if we're gonna be in this sisterhood, we shouldn't come together and be talking about each other. And it's like, girl, just stop. Just stop, baby. Okay, don't just be quiet. Because for you to be there and sit and say what y'all should not do as a sisterhood, knowing that you have led the charge at different times against certain women, and now when it's your turn to deal with whatever you're dealing with, now you want to talk about what a sisterhood is? Come on, Jennifer, this is supposed to be a sisterhood, and I'm not feeling the love right now. Like, girl, cut it out. All right, so they get into it at some point. All right, they get into it over Leticia's employee because I think Selena told her she got to move forward and stuff like that. And then she said something about people are in your ear. Latrice like, ain't nobody in my ear. Selena like, yes, they are. Come to find out, Leticia, baby, they were in your ear. If somebody's coming to you telling you, oh, this person reached out to me, X, Y, and Z. She's saying, I heard this with my own ears directly from the horse's mouth. And I hear that, but there's still people in your ear that's not a part of the collective, baby, okay? Even if it was the collective, all right, they could be in your ear too. So all in all, these two ladies end up arguing, bickering, or whatever. And what I caught was Latrice saying that Leticia was beneath her. And honestly, I don't know. At this moment, I don't feel like none of y'all are beneath each other. Y'all all like on the same level, in my personal. Leticia says Latrice. She tells her, "You pay me though, but you pay me." I said, "Ooh, what she mean? You pay me? Why? Because did she help create this show with Carlos, and therefore she gets a little check off you, like Mariah gets a check off Married to Medicine or something?" Let the people know. After the argument happens, Latrice starts crying. She's emotional. I'm confused as to why. Leticia starts crying because Latrice is crying. And then she used this opportunity to play victim. Talking about some Latrice always tearing me down. Every single time my thing gets when I come to her and I talk to her and I tell her, she be tearing me down. And bitch, you act like you ain't do that. You haven't done that before? When you thought that you was up. When we cool and we talk, but when we not, I'm just this such and such type of person. Well, when it like that season that you stood over her and told that lady she was insecure? See, if we gonna talk about it and y'all gonna hash out y'all shit, y'all gonna have to hash out all of it. And it's not gonna be able to be done in such a quick moment. It's not. So this sit down that we're going to see them have on the next episode or the coming up episode, it's not going to go anywhere. I guarantee you. It may go somewhere for the time being, but these ladies will be back at it, especially if they have not resolved anything. Because some people, it's easy to say I moved on, I let that go. But sometimes genuinely in your heart, it's not all the way there. Like, I've moved on in that moment right now. But y'all may still reflect back to the time that hoe tried you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's fully over. I think they will be at it again. I don't think anything is I don't think it's gonna be resolved. Not from that sit down. Because if we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back. Right? But then hey, maybe they could get in a better place. I don't know. I mean, Marie and Latrice are in a better place. But Latrice is also, not Latrice, but Marie is also at this place where she's like, I don't want no damn drama. So if I gotta intentionally not say the shit I really want to say to you to keep the audience off my name out of mess, and whatever situation I got going on with me from flaring the hell up, I will intentionally not say shit to you. But it don't mean that I forgot about the stuff that you did. Not at all. I'm just being more mindful about what I really feel like, arguing about and what I don't. So maybe y'all could do that. Maybe y'all could be a bit more intentional about what y'all, gonna fight about or not fight about. But I do see Leticia and Latrice at some point bumping heads. And I'll be honest, I don't even know if I really want to see them be friends for real. I don't think I really care to see them be friends. Like, for me personally, I feel like I've seen more betrayals come from Leticia's side than I've seen come from Latrice's side. And I'm just like, I won't fuck with that lady. I'll just make sure that we co-workers and we good. Let me tell y'all one thing about it. Tambra don't fool with that hoe. And let me say, I am motherfucking Tambra all day. Tambra don't fool with her. Okay, Tambra ain't gonna give y'all too much, and it's so crazy because Tambra don't give us her life for real, in my opinion. Well, maybe not this season because I feel like she let us in last season. I feel like this season she ain't really been. It's been all about Leticia now, but I kind of don't even blame her ass after you bitches tried me like that. Like, I don't look at Tambra how I look at Giselle. Because Tambra did even opened up about the greedy situation. She may not have brought that man around her child. I'm sorry, around her castmates. Okay, and I don't fault her, and she barely brought her daughter around their ass. But we still got to see a glimpse into her storyline, and I think that's why I could deal with Tambra a little bit more. Like, you gonna see what's going on just a little bit, but if you think I'm finna confide in these hoes that sat up here across me, nah, because I already know at any given moment they gonna turn around and try and use that shit against me. While Leticia sitting up here talking about something. Yes, I'm trying to figure out my life. Yes, I got issues with my husband. Yes, my husband cheated on me. Yes, like Latrice be talking so down on me so bad. She just be tearing me down. Like, girl, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Because when somebody confide in you or tell you something, you'll turn around and flip that shit on their head too. So, girl, shut up. But that's all I got. That's all I got about the situation. Y'all can leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jami ThatsMe. Make sure you guys go out. Get your tickets, honey, over there on Ticket Taylor. All right? And I'll catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye.
Yeah. Family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking the drama.